Anyone got any creepy too spooky for me in a wood stories? Skinwalkers, cryptids, bears, or what have you? Going camping, hunting soon and I'm in the mood for a good ghost story. Also camping guns advice thread to stay/k/relevant. Be me 2 years ago. GF is staying with me for the summer. House sitting my dad's place while he is in the East doing contract work. One of my friends calls me up one night. Hey Anon, let's do something. I'm bored. He comes over and wants to explore something abandoned. Tell him about this old farm nearby that was partially burned down. Fuck yeah, let's do that. Load up a bag of urban spelunking gear, my SIG 556 patrol, a few flashlights and 3 spare mags for the SIG. Head out and get there around 2 a.m. Park by this turnaround by a river. Someone else is parked there too, looks like teenagers figuring out how to sex. Load up and head into the forest. I have my SIG folded underneath a jacket just in case coyotes show up, common problem in the area. Get to the farm. There are 2 burnt down buildings up front, some silos next to the remains and a large stilted ranch house mostly intact in the back that looks like the pick, but torn apart and in disrepair. Head over to the ranch house. The stairs have been destroyed, no way to get up to the house. Find what looks like a bookshelf that was shoved out of the house. Use it to climb up. Dressers and more bookshelves are blocking the entrance, think nothing of it and move them aside. Coffee tables are blocking what is left of the windows. Glass everywhere near the windows, looks like they were bashed in. Assume kids destroyed it. Find ripped clothing and evidence of a large fire. Find an old off-roading magazine dated 1986. A lot of the house had suffered from fire damage but is structurally sound. Find more torn clothing, but in kids' sizes along with ripped apart shoes. Mildly creeped out as some of the other clothes piles were intact, only a few sets with shoes were shredded or torn apart. Be me. See nigger. Same Anon here. I worked as a paramedic and witnessed a fair share of death. Never killed anyone intentionally or unintentionally obviously, but same as the previous story, you just do your job without thinking because you trained yourself for this. Emotions and memories caught up with you later on. Be me. 26 worked as a medic in hospital for 2 years. Townsfolk fundraised a new ambulance for us. Get to work in it by a streak of luck, better wage. Couple weeks in, get used to working conditions and witnessing death and suffering. The team is also bearable. People are disgusting though. Get a call, neighbor called about a fighting that broke out in the apartment and somebody is screaming for help. Arrive at the scene, miraculously police already there, most of the time we are first. They say that victim is trapped in a room and between them and entrance is someone that needs medical attention but they are under-equipped to handle it. We say whatever and enter the apartment. It's like 19th century apartment, so big day room in the middle and smaller bedrooms on the sides. The said day room currently looks like a scene from D-rated horror. Blood on the floor and doors, smells like shit and gore. Naked guy lays on the floor, guts flowing out of his belly, covered in blood, multiple cuts all around his body. Looks knocked out. I'll try to wrap this story quickly. We tried to distribute aid to him, he started fighting us with his guts still open. We got covered with his shit and blood. Police refused to help but at least they kept the neighbors out. After a while of wrestling he collapsed and his heart stopped shortly after, while we were patching him up. Second ambulance with a doctor showed up and she proclaimed him dead. Second guy was locked up in one of the rooms, police found him later. Don't keep us waiting. Be me. Private Konskriptovich. Sent to front lines for sneezing in the breadline. Get sent to Mariinka as part of penal battalion. Commander tells us to dig big long trench to stop tanks. Artillery hits every day and we hide in holes to avoid the drones at night. Tankies on /k/ bought all our entrenching tools so have to dig with hands. Wake up one morning and it's quiet. Too quiet. Wake Private Sergei Vladistovichsky. Tavaris, something isn't right. Roll him over, drone got him. Steal his SIGs. Hear the distant hum of diesel engines. Reinforcements. Then Conscriptovich remembers his 3 days of training. The sun rises in the east and sets in the west. Blyad, those aren't hours. As they get closer you can hear them whooping and shouting with glee and calling me faggot. A T-64 is coming straight for me. Duck down as it sails right over our mighty trench at 60 kilometers per hour. They call me faggot again as 3 more tanks with scribbled out Z's cruise right over glorious impenetrable trench. Die of hypothermia. Be me, 14-year-old Vietnamese boy. Out in my father's rice farm harvesting for him one day. Father appears out of nowhere and out of breath. Tells me that the neighboring village was attacked and burned to the ground. Throws me a rifle he bought by trading my younger sister to another local farmer. We post up outside our farm for the night, waiting for the White Devil to march their way into our village. Dawn breaks, no sign of the White Devil. Start feeling thirsty, decide to climb down from my tree and get a drink of water. Find a small puddle filled with the brownest water known to man. Just the way I like it. Just as I take a sip I heard a loud bang and my kneecap gets blown off. Suddenly a shadow looms over me as I lay in agonizing pain. Struth, you're a little fella aren't ya? It's the White Devil. I can smell the Foster's beer on his breath. Oi Nigel. Check this little cunt out. Another one emerges from some bushes singing Midnight Oil. Crikey, he's old, enough to be your son. They begin to do the Russell Coit dance around my body as I lay there slowly bleeding to death. Shot a dog that started killing my chickens. Be me, maybe 10 at most. Neighbor has husky, we have border collie. Husky would come over and play with us, was friendly as fuck. See it running around my flock of chickens. Collie would herd chickens, assume it's the same thing here. Husky grabs a hen and shakes her to death in an instant, starts running after another. I run inside and dress-lope in my dad's gun cabinet, grab .22. Dad comes out to me panic-loading, asks what the fuck I'm doing. Don't answer, run back outside with Dad right behind me. Line up shot, Husky chasing chicken directly towards me. Pop it in the head, drops. Dad shocked. Neighbor runs over and sees his dead dog, starts screaming at me. I'm 10, start crying. Dad takes rifle from me and tells neighbor if he isn't off our property he's getting shot next. Neighbor leaves, I break down sobbing because I just shot a dog. Dad has a talk with me, tells me I did the right thing protecting my animals. I fucking love my dad brothers. Be me. Be Belgian. Be pretty racist. Family is ultra racist. Secretly want to fuck negresse. Meet one on hookup site. She want to do race play, get insulted, and fucked rough. Perfect match. .exe. Meet, raw dog, green her on about 20 different occasions. Moved to different country for work. Never see her again. Fast forward about 6 years until a few months ago. Get bored and look her up on FB. She has a half-white daughter. Kid looks like me. Timeline matches up. So, I guess I'm a dad. Negress never told me. I can't really tell anyone I know IRL either. Be me. Camping at a park. Party, fuck all night. Next morning rifle fire. Walk over to 3 dying deer and an unarmed security guard. Some assholes just shot them and drove off. Asks me if I have any firearms to yeller them. First say no because firearms weren't allowed. Had Glock 19 on me and an Benelli Super 90 and drunk. Pull out Glock and head shoot the one still breathing with a Glazer silver safety slug. Eyeball pops out. Fin.